Well, what are they, wood or brick or?
Different, yeah, different kinds. So, or what, most of them, what,
It's most of the wood frame
wood
houses.
frame. Oh.
But you grew up in, it was a log house you grew up in?
Huh?
You grew up in a log house then?
Yeah, we grew up in an old log house
Huh. How long did you live there?
all of our life.
Oh, really? Wow.
I was 21 years old. I went in the Army. I was still at home. We all had jobs to do, so Mother had to wash on the outside with a big old steel pot. We had to build a fire under it. Some cure water.
Huh.
She made her own soap, lye soap. She'd cut some of that off in a big old pot. And she had a certain puncher she punched her clothes with.
Huh.
Of course, all we had was overalls.
Yeah.
Mostly. Overall, top and bottom. Why, us boys, get in a cob fight, go to the barn, we had horses. Always had a bunch of cobs laying out around the barn. And they'd get good and wet in the rain, and we'd get over and have a cob fight. Throwing cobs
at each other?
What kind of cobs? Like corn cobs?
Huh?
What kind of cobs? Corn cobs?
Corn cobs.
Ah,
Oh, you get them wet, they're so good.
really?
Of course, they hurt when
I was
they
going to say.
So what kind of work did your boys do outside? Were you doing like farm work or?
We raised everything we eat.
So that y'all just tended to all that? Your job, your chores?
We'd kill 2 and 3 hogs every fall.
Mm-hmm.
Kill a beef maybe. But the rest of it, we raised it on the farm. We raised our corn, our wheat, took it to the mill, about 10 miles in a wagon down the road. And, we had to walk or ride a horse if we went anywhere. And we didn't have no trouble with our legs and our, now we ride everywhere. And arthritis, I told her, I said, arthritis is working one shoulder and St. Mary is on the other shoulder and they're fussing which one's going to get the whole thing. And it's about to kill me. Oh. Oh.
So how many bedrooms were in your house if there was 14 kids?
Huh?
Where'd you all sleep? The 14 kids.
Well, we had 2 or 3 beds upstairs. And us little ones slept at the foot of the bed. Them big ones would kick us out. We was so tight for cover. And sometimes we just grab a quilt and pile out on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Dad wouldn't allow us to fuss and fight in the house, but get outside, he'd allow you go. We killed squirrels, we killed rabbits, we had quail, we killed chickens. Mama had, I guess, 100. That's the only thing she sold was eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And sold enough to buy coffee, sugar, soda, something which we couldn't raise.
Mm-hmm.
She'd sell eggs, quarter a dozen, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if we worked in the field, we'd get maybe a quarter a day. Even before I went in the Army, I was 21 years old. I was working for 50 cents a day at a sawmill, carrying slabs off from the mill, burning them. And me and cousin, my brother had an old A model or T model, old T model car in his garage or in his barn lot, shed. And hadn't run several years, and we bought it off of him for $10. And worked on that thing, it had a coil on it. You had to get them coils to sing before it'd start.
Uh-huh.
And we got it to burn coal oil.
Really?
You sat on the gas tank. It was in the front seat at the stern wheel.
Uh-huh.
And of course there wasn't nothing there but a metal tank. And that's what was sitting on. I don't think that old thing had a spring under it. We run it, jump ditches with it. It just had low and high.
Yeah.
I guess it's 1919 or something. 1919, I guess the model of that thing was. It was. My brother had worked at the L&N railroad shop. Made good money back before the Depression hit us. And he bought this thing new and got where he couldn't buy gas and pay for tires and stuff. He parked it. But me and my cousin, we had a time out of it. We drove it over the fields and everywhere.
So how'd you know how to drive it? You just have to teach yourself?
Well, we was just out in the field. We didn't care where we went. It just had the high and low in it, you know, and just didn't have, I don't think it had mercy brake. I believe it's the only thing it had. Pull back. But it's been a long time. What are you doing now?
I work for a restaurant company in Colorado. It's a chain. They're starting to come into Tennessee, but they don't have anything here yet. At least this. I mean, it's like a Memphis, and I think they're going to Nashville next. But it looks like that they'll come this way soon. Hopefully, Chattanooga, Knoxville somewhere. But it's called Red Robin.
What?
The name of the restaurant chain is Red Robin, and it's hamburgers and that kind of stuff. And so I work at their corporate office.
And you sell them that?
Well,
He works on computers.
yeah, I take care of the computers for them. So, pretty good job. They treat me pretty well, so I can't complain.
You on the road a lot?
No, actually, this job, I lucked out. This job that I have with them, I'm able to do all of the work that I need to do just from the headquarters. There's a few of those guys, though, that do have to travel probably a couple times a week even, and where they're even in the plane longer than they're there at the restaurant, like setting up something for for that restaurant location. So.
Well, you boys, yours is not out of cold weather out there, are you now?
Well, at the moment, it's already starting to warm up.
It's starting to warm up some, but it's still cooler.
Yeah, it is still
than
cool.
Here.
So my apricot trees are starting to bloom. So it's got warm enough that they think it's spring. So.
Yours got your own home?
We're in a townhome, yeah. So we have neighbors right on either side of us, but
We're trying to get bigger place.
yeah, we're looking at getting a house now. So
Well,
with a yard, we're looking for a yard.
of course you was raised out there.
Yeah.
That's your home.
Yeah. See if we can get Jim Henry a good sized yard for a swing set and all that kind of thing. So.
Yours flew in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we did.
flew in. He did good on the plane too. He's real good. To be so little.
Was the plane crowded or?
Yeah. I think every seat was taken up.
It was pretty full.
Yeah. That's your ceiling
fan.
fan.
It is.
That's the, woo! There he is. There he is.
There he is getting upset. Showing Papa how you can get upset. Huh?
Oh, we went to Jerusalem, a bunch of preachers, and I don't think they lay now into the pilot, will they? One that's running the plane.
Yeah, they don't let you get up in there.
No, would they let you in there?
Huh?
They let you go back, look at see the pilot, or go up to see the pilot?
Yeah, I went by I don't know, it might have been the co-pilot. But he was sitting at the center, and I said, you know how to run this thing? I think I do. I said, oh, I want to know before I get on here that you know what you're doing. He laughed. But we had a good time. We hopped around all over several different places while we was out there.
What all did you see?
Well, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it too much. I was let down pretty bad at Israel, Jerusalem. It was a beer joint or a saloon on that
Really?
corner.
Really?
And take it all is just across slough from Greenland. Germans helped to Greenland. They turned Iceland loose and went to Greenland. They blow out our alive at the wash house about every night. Some of their planes.
What would they do? They would just come in and try to target the light because it was on?
Yeah, we made our own lights with motors, electrician motors, and we hung the things over. Didn't have many windows in our huts that we were in. We had to put paper over to make them dark when the sun's shining all the time. Hard to sleep in there and the sun come in on you.
I guess so.
Oh, we had to eat everything powder.
No, why was that? Just because
powdered
that's...
milk, powdered eggs. They shipped everything in boxes in there to us.
Because there wasn't a lot of that refrigerate. You wouldn't have the refrigeration and stuff, so everything would have to be pretty
Didn't have
stable
no
for
fire.
shelf, yeah.
And we had to eat powdered stuff.
So what were you doing while you were there? What'd they have you doing?
We built a big airport.
Oh.
Biggest at that time in the world was built there in
Oh.
Iceland. I don't know why. Oh well, Germany had England whooped, and Japan had us whooped.
Mm-hmm.
So Japan bombed us, destroyed all of our ships, but 2 or 3
Mm-hmm.
got all of our planes.
Yeah.
We didn't have nothing. Left Pearl Harbor, you know. All they had to do take England over. England outsmarted them. They made them some guns and sit along the coast out of wood.
Okay.
And they've come over and take their pictures and showed them big guns are sitting there. And one of them had just homemade wood. They outsmarted Germany. If Germany hadn't have tried to take Russia,
Yeah.
they would have conquered the world.
Probably.
For Hitler, he had an army. He had guns. You could hear our old rifle, our old automatic machine guns put, when it's in attack. And their guns would go.
Huh.
Other words, they shooting so fast, it's just without a bullet following a bullet.
Yeah.
And Hitler just reached too quick. He, as I said a while ago, he took France and French didn't fire a shot. And, well, he had all them little countries over there, Hitler had them. And when I went in the Army, we carried broom handles for guns.
Just there weren't enough guns to go around.
We didn't have no guns.
Huh.
And what guns you could find, the rifles were gone in the barrel and they'd throw the bullets sideways. They wasn't no count.
Sure.
And we didn't have no planes. We didn't have, we rode a British old fishing boat from New York to Iceland.
Huh.
And it stunk with fish.
Must not have been very big either then, or was it a pretty good sized ship still?
It was 1,800 of us on that thing.
Goodness sake.
And I don't think we even had a lifeboat on that thing. We wondered about it. Well, back then we just wasn't ready for a war.
Sure.
Of course, we ain't ready now for this one. It's awful.
I think we look pretty ready. They're doing okay.
Huh?
So I think they're doing okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Why they ain't?
Why you think they're
They
doing
ain't
awful?
doing nothing but getting our boys killed.
Oh, no, no, no. They're trying-
They're worse off right now than they were when we took it over, went over.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They're not living under that Saddam regime like they were. They
Oh.
were just...
They ought to give
He
that
was a
old
terrible-
man
he
that got
was- he was
locked up,
terrible,
they
just
ought to
like
give him
Hitler.
his gun back and put him back in his place.
No, oh, he was just like
Running
Hitler. You
that
think they ought to...
nation.
You think he should have done that with Hitler, too?
Well, now Hitler's a different thing.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. He's just as
He-
crazy.
He attacked us now. This.
So,
Williams-
but if we'd have got him before, then it wouldn't...
we wasn't attacked him with this. Now they attacked it with them planes and.
But it's better to
that
get them
wasn't-
before they attack
That wasn't
you.
more we are fighting.
It's better to get them before they attack you.
No,
Oh, yeah.
nobody wins this in war. It's not no winning.
Oh, I mean, I know you know how bad war is. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, so for our nation, sometimes you got to get them before they get you.
If them people don't want it, you can't give it to them.
Well, there's some do say
You know,
like that
there's
too.
people, we got people here in the United States, it won't work. And I don't care what you give them, it don't last. And you can't help people that don't want help.
Well, that's true. I'd agree with you there, but I think a lot of those people wanted help.
And that over there is, and poor old Bush, I don't know where he knows where the toilet is. And he's, if we had Patton, some of our leaders we had in World War II, over there, they'd either conquer it or get out. And the way we're doing over there, they're going into a place and do a little fighting and move out. And that's just over and over and over and over.
Well, they're not really trying to conquer anything. They're not trying to take over the place over there.
Yes, they are. They're trying to show them how to live and what to wear and what to eat. And people ain't gonna put up with it. They ain't gonna. We've, what, 3,000 we've lost? I think so.
Somewhere around there.
Besides the ones that just wounded, they're shutting down a lot of our veteran hospitals now. Over towards Nashville, they're shutting them down.
Yeah, but we can lose that many one day if they attack us, like we saw a few years ago.
We just didn't need to get involved in that country. That poor old man had got, I reckon they're trying him again.
Who, Saddam?
That they've got locked up.
He's not a good man, though. He's not a good man.
There ain't no good ones over there, I don't think. He did run the country. Now they ain't got nobody to run it.
Well, he was torturing people. You don't want a guy that runs the country that does that stuff to you.
I know one thing, it's hurting. Your dad's out of work. And right now
Well, Dad's just out of work because he works for some
it's
people,
gonna get rougher. GM and Ford and all of them's and cutting away down on their cars and laying a whole bunch of men off.
Well, that's a bigger story, probably. It sounds like those guys kind of got themselves into trouble long term. They, like I was hearing that GM has actually got is only, I think maybe it might be ahead of the government. I don't think it is. It's probably behind it's only second to the government in terms of the number of people that are like on it for pension and that kind of stuff. And they've got a lot of older employees, like, you know, people that they had through the labor unions and all that. They just kind of got beat up a lot where they had to promise a lot initially. They're having a harder time keeping it up with long term. That's what it sounds like. I assume Ford might be similar. It's kind of funny with GM. They've got even our home loan is through they've got GMAC. It's like a GM home loans. And that financial branch does better than the car. You know, so here's something they just started on the side, has wound up being the part of the company that actually is making money for them to keep them afloat. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, I guess we're in danger one of these days. Our country falling. And I told somebody today, I went to church yesterday and I sat in that chair there about all day. And I've got 2 bed sores on my center.
Yeah.
I went to the doctor, and the doctor looked at them, walked off, left me with the nerves. I finally called the doctor and I said, "Doc, I don't believe you make food with these sores." And he said, "I don't." I said, "As long as you sit in that chair, I can't help you." I said, "It can't get no higher and it won't get well." And but I come in, we stopped and got us some chicken. We brought it in, it was raining, so and after we come on home and brought it and eat us our dinner in there about 2 o'clock or so, and my boy and Kay, they went home, and I think it's 5 o'clock, and I got my stuff ready, and I went to bed. Well, I woke up at 7:30, and my woman comes at 8 to cook breakfast. And I got it in my head at this, and I'd slept all night. So I come in and turned the coffee pot on. And he drank me 2 cups of coffee and ate me a donut. And messed around till 8 o'clock, and I happened to turn on television, and there was old Larry King was on television. I knowed right then I'd done the wrong thing.
You'd only slept a couple hours.
And it was, I told her, she finally come this morning. I said, I fired you. I run you off. But,
So were you able to go back to sleep after drinking 2 cups of coffee?
well, no, I just laid down and rested and turned over on the side, get my weight off my setter.
Sure.
But I left both doors open. I didn't think about it until I got in bed, and I said, I don't care, let them come. And I left the light on. I said, I want them to see what they're getting. And I know they dropped me and turned me loose. I didn't want them fumbling around in here in the darkness, so I left my light on and left the doors open
Yeah.
for them.
But they didn't take you up on it, huh?
And they didn't take me. They didn't get me. I heard boogers walking back and forth. I heard my cuckoo hollered. So I knowed it was a garden.
Scare somebody off with the cuckoo,
Right.
with the cuckoo clock.
This old age ain't what it's cracked up to be. I'm sure glad the good Lord cut it down to 700, 800 to 900.
Yeah.
To 70. And I'm about at the crossroad, and I'm about.
I don't know how those people in the Bible times did it. And they had to have lived young longer.
They did.
They had to have, otherwise they would have been hardly used. They would have
Well, they
been.
were having children up into the
That's true.
old age, so, or what we would call
Yeah, like they
that.
weren't even having kids until like they were 100 years old,
Right.
things like that. So yeah.
So,
Huh.
The woman that cooks for me and helps me, her mother's having problems. She's getting wet. I told her to tell her mother to be thankful. Her kidneys was working. I have spells, mine's not.
Yeah.
Then I have spells and they do, and I have to lay in wet clothes. And I said, she can get up and go and change hers.
Yeah. Well.
that's true.
I've had catheters all over me, and they give me a fit now. And I take fluid pills every morning. And generally when I go to church, I leave my fluid pills off. But yesterday I forgot. And take my fluid pills with the other, this automatic. And I got right in the middle of the church, and I knowed my kidneys was wanting to act, and I was telling somebody this morning about it. And I just looked up and said, Lord, I need some help. I thought I was going to get wet right in front of the church house, inside. But I got, I come home and went through all that last night, and I acted at 9 o'clock this morning. Got a wonderful Lord, ain't we?
Looking out for you.
Got all power grief. Walked out in front of the disciples and said, "Oh, all power in heaven and earth. I've got it." Then he turned to them and said, "Have you asked anything?" Then he said, "According to your faith, be it unto you." And you, Father, that thing right there, one of these days, will come to you with his hand out. And if you got it, you'll get it.
Well, there's still some wisdom in what you give them, though.
Huh?
I've been asking God for a Corvette for a long time, and it's not happened. I've got a lot of faith.
Why don't you just ask for our plane? You don't need it. You could get it on the road, of course. We'll get you our plane and just get up off the
That'd be all right. That'd be all right. Yeah, there's not many police up in the air. You can go as fast as you want to, usually.
I told the Sunday school class yesterday, once we don't go out, we all just huddle up together in church, men and women. I said, you know, we've got one of the richest fathers that's ever been. Greatest. And if we're poor spiritually, it's our fault. It ain't his.
That's true.
Huh?
I said, yeah, that's true.
It's our fault. We
Yeah.
haven't had. He said one time, you have not because you've asked not. If you don't have faith believing, you just well not ask. He's wonderful. And I'm just about to place. I went over and sat down my wife's grave the other day. I give her a good talking. For running off and leaving me. We used to kid one another aside. We'd go somewhere and say, well, if I find a better place, I won't be back. And she'd tell me that. And she found it. And she won't be back. Some of them said, what'd you go to the grave for? I said, well, her body's, she's not there, but her body is. But I was telling the deacon yesterday at church, I said, you know, I believe we've got an angel watching over us, guarding us. If it takes, there'd be more than one. And the old deacon said, I believe it too, preacher. Hold to it. And I kind of believed I sat there by her grave. I kind of felt like it. She was seeing me. Ain't it great? This is just getting ready place here for the next one.
It's a test of how much you're going to listen to him. I kind of think it's almost a test of how much you're going to listen to God. How willing you are to match up to what he's wanting for you. If you're willing to do it here, then you're worthy for being in a good place later.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Sleep, ain't he?
Yes, he is tired. He's been fussing all morning trying to get to sleep, so he's finally decided to give up. Head off.
His little bowels work good.
Yeah?
Too good sometimes.
Well, he's had a little trouble the past couple of days. We've been giving him some suppositories.
Jumpstart him.
Yeah. Give him a little help.
Oh, I'm having trouble with mine. Of course, all my bottom part of me is, I never heard of it till I got hurting so. Did you ever hear of having to pick your bowels?
No.
I have never either.
Pick your bowels?
Have to pick your bowels.
No.
You never heard of it either.
I've heard of obstructions and that kind of stuff. I don't know if that's part of that or if that's different, but where they've had to kind of go and break that up to be
Well,
able to
when
go.
you get old, your muscles
Sure.
goes down on you, and when your muscles goes down, there ain't nothing to move.
Well,
You
that
don't
makes
have to be
sense.
picked out.
That makes sense.
God made us, and everything about the body, it works. He made a,
Most of the time.
he
So it's
made
worn
a
out.
great, he's give doctors a lot of knowledge, but this body is the greatest thing that's ever been built.
That's true. It's amazing how you can be kind of like, he started out as a little bitty thing, and now he's got a body just like yours.
Sure. Them little fingers,
Yeah.
that big mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I kid you, gotta kid you a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely got the mouth after it.
But it's great to think of the body.
Mhm.
You're just not interested. Well, we was discussing the other day, a bunch of us preachers, and we've got no Bible on it. What we gonna look like
Well, in heaven?
in heaven?
Yeah. Who knows?
God didn't put it down.
No.
I'm gonna have a full head of hair, spiritual hair maybe, but it'll be a full head of hair somehow.
See, it's by faith that God honors, and we honor God by faith, not sight, by faith. And when faith's over with, well, we'll see. I went to Edith Saint, was dying with the cancer, and real low. She was just skin and bones. Edith wanted to go and see her. I took her up there, Rutledge, up in Oxford. And she was able enough to reach. I walked up to the bed and she reached me that little bony hand, wasn't nothing but skin and bones. And she said, I never saw my Heavenly Father. I never caught the glimpse of heaven. I'm living by faith. But not just a little bit. I'm going to see it, every bit. And I took that. That's the truth. We'll see it. These eyes I've got little spots out of the corner of my eye. I see a lot of times. They say it's just old age. Of course, I've got some glasses here. It stops them, but they found a little mice in there this week. My cat had killed, and of course I told all my cooks. I said, "You was starving my rats to death." That's bad, ain't it?
That's bad. Your phone?
Excuse- Hello. Yeah, they're sitting around here listening. Huh? Honey's got a,
It's
Here, hand it on it,
Can you
don't you?
hand her phone? Is that Wendy?
it's Wendy. Tell her that I didn't finish up. You had the baby asleep.
Hey, yeah.